What's up, everyone? We're here with CheeseheadTV, coming to you with some live Packers trivia on the CheeseheadTV YouTube channel. First name I see, Big Daddy Cool Breeze is in the house. Good to see a bunch of the regulars are here, including my dog, our reigning champion. Will Aaron Nagler's dog take it into the weekend? There's our last trivia game for the week, or will we crown a new 24-hour/weekend champion? We shall see. Good to see everybody. Old Timer Dave, Joey the Jaguar, Kenny Erickson, Boggs, Big B is in the house. Good to see everybody. Awesome. For the one or two of you who may be new to the game, let me tell you how it works. I'm going to give you 10 questions. After each question, you'll see A, B, C, or D as your possible answers. The answer that you give in the YouTube chat needs to be hashtagged. You need to hashtag the word or the first word of your answer. So if it's a two-word answer, say Green Bay, you just need to hashtag the word green. Obviously, speed is of the utmost importance, but being correct is the most important. After every question, we'll have a top 5 and see who did it the fastest and got the answer right the quickest. And then throughout the game, periodically, we'll look at our top 10 leaderboard to gauge how things are going and who is where on the race for bragging rights over the weekend. All right, yeah, and other than that, let's just have some fun. Let's have a good time. Let's start off with our first question, which is, which rival owner helped keep the Packers in Green Bay back in 1956? Was it Lamar Hunt, Wellington Mara, George Halas, or Bud Adams? Which rival owner helped keep the Packers in Green Bay back in 1956? Lamar Hunt, Wellington Mara, George Halas, or Bud Adams? And like I said, those are 2 words. You only have to hashtag the first name. Just that first name. Give me that hashtag. Let's see what we got, folks. Oh man, it was a bit all over the map for a bit there. Brett Boyd, you gotta type out the name, buddy. Can't give A, B, or C. You have to hashtag the name. Hashtag the word. I'll move over here and get myself centered. Goodness. All right, Sally, how we doing? Oh boy. I don't hear you, Sally. I don't know. I lost the home. Oh, there she is. Now I got her. Okay, we got some results. That sounds good. With the Packers facing the threat of NFL relocation unless city residents approved a new football stadium, George Halas boldly sought to keep his enemies closer to Chicago. The Bears founder showed up to push public funding for what is now Lambeau Field at a rally in '56. It was heavily promoted on local radio, and Halas preached to the locals, who he was used to being booed by. And when voters responded on April 3rd, 1956, they passed the stadium referendum to issue bonds that greenlighted more pro football in Green Bay. Now, Cliff Crystal has written on this extensively. I highly recommend you check it out. Yes, we definitely owed Papa Bear a big sense of gratitude. However, he also wanted the Packers to stick around because, much like now, when the Packers played in Chicago, big contingents of Packers fans showed up. Much like it is today, all those rival owners want those Packers fans, and they want their dollars. So, Papa Bear, George Halas was the answer. Who knew what? When did they know it? Give it to me, Sally. My dog kicking some butt. Brenton Randolph, Pogs, Glenn Barr, Joseph M. Okay, let's go on to question number 2. How many times was Ray Nitschke named first team All-Pro? 1, 2, 3, or 4? How many times was Ray Nitschke named first team All-Pro? 1, 2, 3, or 4? How many times? Use those hashtags, people. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh yeah, people kind of all over the map. There we go. Yeah, it is. I think it's a two-person race here, or two-answer race. How are you doing, Sally? Oh. Only 2 people on the leaderboard. We got 3. All right. Well, the answer, of course, is Nitschke was a... Oh, we got 4. We got the fifth spot. Is it out there for the taking? No, I think we're closed. All right. Nitschke was a 2-time first-team All-Pro. He was named to the second team on the All-Pro team 5 times, but the answer was 2. Who knew what? When did they know it, Sally? It happened at Cleo's. Oh my gosh, Appleton checking in. Allison Martin, Brett Boyd, Kyler Werzer. All right, let's go to one more question before we hit the leaderboard. Who did Brett Favre give the game ball to after Super Bowl 31? Andre Rison, Don Beebe, Frank Winters, or Reggie White? Who did Brett Favre give the game ball to after Super Bowl 31? Andre Rison, Don Beebe, Frank Winters, or Reggie White? Remember, you just need to hashtag that first name. Hashtag Andre, Don, Frank, or Reggie. Who did Favre give the game ball to after Super Bowl 31? Stanley. How about you eat a damn salad? I love Kevin King. Oh, yeah. Andre Rison, Don Beebe, Frank Winters, or Reggie White. Who did Brett Favre give the game ball to after Super Bowl 31? Much like this game ball, CheeseheadTV in his house. What's up? All right. On the final play of the night, Favre knelt down before turning around and then handing the ball to Don Beebe, a man who ended his career without a Pro Bowl appearance, but a Super Bowl championship as a mark of respect. Beebe, obviously famous for never winning the Super Bowl in Buffalo, long, arduous journey to get there. Didn't have a big contribution in said game. Did have a big contribution throughout the year, though, in '96. Brett Favre felt it was, the right thing to do to give Don the game ball because of everything he'd been through in his career. Who knew what? When did they know it? Pogs coming in at 1. Wisconsin sports fan at 2. Kenny Erickson, Norman Gratz, Brett Boyd. Let's take a look at our first leaderboard of the day. How's that going? Brett Boyd coming in at 1. Pogs at 2. Wisconsin sports fan at 3. Norman Gratz at 4. Kenny Erickson at 5. Krista Reynolds 6. It happened at Cleo's. I tell you what, a lot happened at Cleo's. Allison Martin, Kyler, and my dog at number 10. All right, let's keep her moving, as Charlie would say. What team was Dom Capers with prior to joining the Packers as defensive coordinator? The Panthers, Steelers, Jaguars, or Patriots? What team was Dom Capers with prior to joining the Packers as defensive coordinator? The Panthers, Steelers, Jaguars, or Patriots? Use the hashtag, people. Use the hashtag. Pogs, first time on the big board. Well, congratulations. Big B, it ain't rigged. You just ain't any good today. Sorry, buddy. Boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Got some results. Capers was a special assistant and secondary coach for the Patriots for 1 year prior to joining the Packers in 2009. I'll bet a lot of people said Panthers, Steelers, and Jaguars, but it is the Patriots. All right, Sally, who knew what and when did they know it? Let's take a look. Boyan G knew what was up with that one. Stanley Williams, Pogs, Joey the Jaguar, Brett Boyd. Let's keep it moving with the next question. How many years has Matt LaFleur been coaching in the NFL? 8, 10, 12, or 15? How many years has Matt LaFleur been coaching in the NFL? 8, 10, 12, or 15? Just got to hashtag the number. Make sure you hashtag the number. Man, this is tough. That's the point. Ain't easy. We don't give out freebies around here. You got to earn it. I'm making that up as I go. How many years has Matt LaFleur been coaching in the NFL? 8, 10, 12, or 15? Music just sped up. You can tell there's a bigger lag than usual today. How are we doing, Sally? No, we got the results. Fantastic. LaFleur has been a member of the NFL coaching ranks for 12 years. He began in the league as an offensive assistant for the Houston Texans back in 2008. Sally, who knew what? When did they know it? Oh boy. Sally, you there? There's Pogs at 1. Oh, Pogs, you're like not only on the leaderboard today, you're like kicking butt. DP Nates, Joseph Cohen, Jared Craig, and my dog at 5. Good looking group. Let's go one more before we look back at the leaderboard. One more question. When did the Don Hutson Center open? 1986, 1990, 1993, or 1994? When did the Don Hutson Center open? 1986, 1990, 1993, or 1994? Big B. It's okay. It's all good. Sally, it's all good. Yeah, there's a definite, like, the music keeps, like, catching up to the stream, kind of. I can hear it. It's all good. I'm blaming your internet, Sally. That's what I'm doing. Totally kidding. It's fine, folks. Hashtagging their answers. That's a good-looking group right there. We got some results, says Sally. All right. The center was dedicated on July 18th, 1994, at a ceremony presided over by the then 81-year-old Hutson himself. That's right. Don Hutson was there when the Don Hutson Center opened in 1994. Who knew what? When did they know it? Let's take a look. Boy on G, Old Timer Dave, Wisconsin sports fan, Kenny Erickson, and Krista Reynolds. All right. Let's look at that leaderboard. What's that leaderboard look like with 3 questions left? How we doing? Pogs at 1. Look at this. Domination. Brett Boyd, Kyler, Wisconsin sports fan, and Kenny Erickson. Good looking folks, one and all. All right, next question. What was the name of the Packers' top scout credited with finding the core of Lombardi's championship teams? Tom Taylor, Jack Venisi, Elmer Neft, or Joe Grybowski? Tom, Jack, Elmer, or Joe? Those are the hashtags you need, people. Big B needed that for his morale. You guys are all in on making fun of Big B, and I will not stand for it. If anyone's going to make fun of Big B around here, it's going to be me. All right? You don't pay attention to them, Big B. Joseph, that's so bad. Here come the hashtags Fast and Furious. Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness. All right, we got some results, it says. Not only did Jack Venisi acquire 8 future Pro Football Hall of Famers and many more core players, he was the primary reason that Lombardi took the head coaching job in Green Bay. He is very unheralded. His name is starting to get out there a little bit more as the years go on. Packers have done a good job of putting him forward. There's a great kind of marker and tribute to him now right across from the stadium. Make sure you seek his name out because he was a Titan who was sadly passed away far too early. But he was the man who built that team. All right. Who knew what? When did they know it? Boyan G knew what was up. George Butters at 2. My dog at 3. Billy S. and Big B at 5. All right. Next question. The Packers are famously the first team to utilize air travel to reach an away game. Which city did they fly to on that first trip? Chicago, New York, Cleveland, or Los Angeles? The Packers are famous. They're famous for being the first team to utilize air travel to reach an away game. Which city did did they fly to on that very first away trip? Was it Chicago, New York, Cleveland, or Los Angeles? Remember, if your answer is New York or Los Angeles, you just need a hashtag new or loss. Give me those hashtags, people. We got results. That's what I'm talking about. All right. On November 17th, 1940, the Packers became the first NFL team to travel by plane, and they traveled to play the New York Giants in a 7-3 losing effort. But we won't talk about that. It was to New York, and this is true. Afterwards, the NFL made them split up their squad, so in case the plane went down, they wouldn't lose an entire franchise. True story. All right, who knew what? When did they know it, Sally? Give it to me. Brenton coming in at number 1. Wisconsin Sports Fan at 2. Kenny Erickson at 3. Big B at 4. Francis at 5. What's that do to our leaderboard with 2 questions left? How's she looking? What do we got? Who's at number 1? Pogs holding on to that top spot, commanding 2 correct answer lead over Wisconsin Sports Fan, Old Tournament Dave, Krista Reynolds, and Brett Boyd, along with Kyler. Good looking group right here. A lot of regulars and some new folks. Always a good time. All right, second to last question, the penultimate question, as they like to say. After retiring as a player, Vern Llewellyn worked for the Packers in what capacity? General manager, legal counsel, or president? After retiring as a player, Vern Llewellyn worked for the Packers in what capacity? General manager, coach, legal counsel, or president? Remember, if your answer is general manager or legal counsel, you just have to hashtag general or legal. Brenton, that one's for the pride. I feel you, man. Oh, yeah. Oh, boy. These are all over the map, as I knew they would be. Oh, we're good. We're good. We got some results. All right. Llewellyn was the Packers' general manager from 1954 until 1958 after retiring his playing days. All right. Who knew what? When did they know it, Sally? Give it to me. Krista Reynolds knew what was up. She's got her Vern Llewellyn. My dog, he's all about that old school stuff. Pogs, Kyler, Brett Boyd. Let's look at the leaderboard heading into the final question of the day. We get tightened up board as Pogs. Oh, it doesn't look like Pogs got much of a competition here, so it's a very good chance he's going to take it, unless he, I guess, refuses to answer this question and has an hour-long wait time, but we'll see. We'll see. Krista Reynolds there at 2. That's a strong showing. My dog leaping up to number 3. Brett Boyd at 4. 5 is Kyler. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, final question. What former Packer offensive lineman co-hosts a weekday radio show with Jason Wilde? Is it Antonio Freeman, Chris Jackie, Mark Tauscher, or Dorsey Levens? Which former Packers offensive lineman co-hosts a weekly radio show with Jason Wilde? Antonio Freeman, Chris Jackie, Mark Tauscher, or Dorsey Levens? Remember to hashtag that first name. That's all you need to do. Wow, there's a lot of people hitting their N instead of their M. Sorry, guys. That's user error, though. That ain't our fault. We got results. All right. Mark Tauscher co-hosts Wilde and Tausch, a Packer-centric sports talk show. I pulled that directly off of Wikipedia, by the way. I love a Packers-centric. It's not a Packers show. It's Packers-centric, because we all know Jason's proclivity for going off topic. All right. Who knew what? When did they know it? Give it to me, Sally. Brenton coming in at number 1. Pogs at 2. Norman, Old Timer Dave, Francis Gerard. Okay, it's a foregone conclusion, but show me the leaderboard. Show me Pogs owning it for the weekend win. Pogs, He's got 72 hours, who knows, a long time. He's got a bunch of hours now to brag about his win here at Cheesehead TV Live Packers Trivia. I can't thank you guys enough for hanging out, having some fun with us, answering some questions, talking about Packers, new and old. Always a good time. Always great to see everybody. Thank you for your support. Speaking of support, please hit like on this video, subscribe to the channel, tell your friends, tell your family. Cheesehead TV, we are devoted to Green Bay Packers fans worldwide. Thanks a lot, everybody. Go Pack, go. Have a great weekend.